Hi children, welcome you all to this session. Today's session we are going to continue the properties of our rational numbers. For that you have to take page number 10 where we have to continue. Okay children? Today we are going to read the properties, or we are going to recall the properties which is given in page number 10. So now you can take page number 10 in your NCERT textbook, or you can refer the PDF which I have given you. Okay, now the property which we are going to discuss is role of 0. Okay, role of 0. So what is our role of 0? Okay, now I am considering it for whole numbers. Okay, I am taking it for whole numbers. Okay, now whole numbers, if I am adding that 0 with any whole number with 0, like I will take 5 is one whole number, right? If I am adding that whole number with 0, I will get 5 itself, which means if I am adding a whole number with 0, I will get a whole number. Okay, or like this, or 0 plus 5 also you can write it. So you will get 5 only. Okay, so the number's identity won't change. Okay, that is the role of 0 in whole numbers. Okay, next for integers. Next for integers I am going to teach you. Integers, see, I am going to add an integer with 0. Okay, so minus 3 is one integer, right? Plus 0. So minus 3 plus 0? Minus 3. So I am adding an integer with 0. I am getting the same integer. Okay, that is what the role of 0 in integers. It don't make any changes in that integer value. If you add 0 to any integer or a whole number, you will get the same integer or a whole number. Understood? Next, rational number. So rational number means what it will be? How it will be? It will be like P by Q, right? So I am going to write the rational number. Minus 2 by 5. Is it a rational number? Yeah, it is a negative rational number. Okay, plus 0. So what I am getting? The same. 0 plus anything is the same thing. Minus by 2 by 5. So in rational number also, if you add a rational number with 0, you will get a rational number. So their identity is not changed. Okay, so here we are saying that 0 is the additive identity. Okay, additive, while doing addition, its identity is not changing. Therefore, we said that 0 is the additive identity for whole numbers, integers, rational numbers. But it is not for natural numbers, because in natural number 0 concept is not there. Okay, so 0 is the additive identity for whole numbers, integers and natural numbers. So when you are adding 0 with an whole number, you will get that same whole number. That is my concept. Likewise, in integers also, if I am adding an integer with a whole number, I will get an integer. Likewise, I am going to add a rational number with 0. I am getting the same rational number. Okay, understood? We are going to take page number 11, which is the next page. There the property which they have given is the role of 1. Okay. Now before we have learnt about the role of 0. Here we are going to learn this role of 1. Okay. So what is the role of 1 in whole numbers or in natural numbers? We can start from natural numbers, because in 0 we started from whole numbers, because 0 starts in the whole number set. It does not belongs to natural number set. Okay, that is why we are starting from whole numbers. But here we can start from natural number itself. Okay, natural number. Okay, I am going to multiply a natural number with 1. You will get the same natural number. So 7 is one natural number, right? I'm going to multiply that 7 with 1. So I'm getting same 7. So if I multiply a number or a natural number with 1, I will get the same natural number. Okay, this is what the role of 1 in natural numbers. Okay, next, whole numbers. Whole numbers, I am going to take a whole number. 2 is one whole number, right? So I am going to multiply 2 with 1. I am getting 2 into 1, 2. I am getting the same whole number. So this is what the role of 1. Okay, in whole numbers. Next, integers. Okay, next comes our integers. So what I am going to do, integer, I am multiplying an integer with 1. So minus 7 is one integer, right? It is a negative integer, that's all. Into 1. So minus 7 into 1, minus 7. So if I am multiplying a negative integer with 1, I am getting a negative integer. Okay? This is what the role of 1 in integers. Next, our rational number. Rational number, minus 3 by 2. Is it a rational number? Yeah. So into 1 I am going to multiply. So what is my answer? Minus 3 by 2 into 1? Minus 3 by 2. So again the same rational number you are getting. So this is what the role of 1 in rational numbers. So when we are doing a multiplication using 1, you are getting the same value, right? So 1 is called the multiplicative identity. Okay? While you are doing multiplication, we are getting the same value. That is why it is called as multiplicative identity. But 0 is called as additive identity. Why? Because while doing addition with 0, you are getting the same number. That's why it is called as additive identity. Here 1 is the multiplicative identity. Okay, understood? This is your negative of a number. Okay, negative of a number, you have to take page number 11. Okay, in that the negative of a number definition will be there. Negative of a number is nothing but additive inverse. Actually, this additive inverse concept starts from integers only. Because I already told you, if it is additive inverse means, if plus 5 it is given, additive inverse of plus 5 is additive inverse of plus 5 is minus 5. Okay, if it is given in positive, you will write it as negative. You will write it as negative. If it is minus 3, you will write it as 3. Okay, so additive inverse of 5 is minus 5. Additive inverse of minus 3 is 3. This is what the concept of negative of a number. Okay, so actually this negative of a number starts from integers. Why? Because in integers only we will have both positive side as well as negative side. So that's why it starts only from integers. Okay, next is what? Rational numbers, right? Next is your rational numbers. In rational numbers, I am going to take a number 2 by 5. Okay? And what is the additive inverse of 2 by 5? Additive inverse will be minus 2 by 5. Just plus 2 by 5 means minus 2 by 5. Okay. So I am just going to add those two. 2 by 5 plus minus 2 by 5. Okay. I am just going to add this 2 by 5 and its additive inverse minus 2 by 5. Okay. So now 2 by 5 plus into minus 2 by 5. So 2 by 5 minus 2 by 5? 0. So additive inverse is nothing but if you add a number and its additive inverse, you will get our additive identity which is 0. Okay, listen. So, additive inverse of 2 by 5 is minus 2 by 5. So, additive inverse of minus 3 by 7 is 3 by 7 because it is negative. So, I will write it as positive. If it is plus, you will write it as minus. If it is minus, you will write it as plus. That is called as additive inverse. Additive inverse is otherwise called as negative of a number. So, they can also ask you negative of a number for 7 by 8. So, how you will write? Minus 7 by 8. Okay? Or negative of a number minus 3 by 8. What you will write? 3 by 8 because it is negative, so I will write it in positive. Positive means negative, negative means positive. That's all. No other changes in the negative of a number. Understood? Next comes our reciprocal of a number. Okay? Reciprocal. I hope you have learned this word in your fractions. Do you remember this word? It's nothing but upside down. You're going to change the numerator to denominator, denominator to numerator. That's all. Okay? When you're doing the division of fraction, you will be using this reciprocal word. Okay? It is otherwise called as multiplicative inverse. Okay? It is otherwise called as what? Multiplicative inverse. Actually, this reciprocal starts from rational numbers only because in integers there is no numerator and denominator of a number. It is not in P by Q format. Integers are actually not in P by Q format. So that reciprocal concept comes under rational numbers mainly. Okay, so it actually starts from rational numbers. Okay, so reciprocal means multiplicative inverse. Okay, now I will teach you a number. I will take a rational number 3 by 2. What is a multiplicative inverse of 3 by 2? Multiplicative inverse is 2 by 3. Just we are shifting that upside down. That's all. Okay. 3 by 2 is one rational number. We are going to find the reciprocal or multiplicative inverse of 3 by 2. I am getting 2 by 3. Okay. Now, minus 7 by 2. So, how you will write the multiplicative inverse? 2 by minus 7. Okay. Because 2 will go up, minus 7 will come down. Okay. Next, 3 by minus 8. What is the multiplicative inverse of 3 by minus 8? Minus 8 by 3. Okay. Next, see, listen. If I multiply rational number and its multiplicative inverse, you will get a multiplicative identity. Listen, 3 by 2 is one rational number. And I am multiplying that rational number with it multiplicative inverse. So this is my rational number and this is my multiplicative inverse. If I am multiplying a rational number and its multiplicative inverse, I will get 1. How means 2 and 2 it will get cancelled. 1, 1, 3 and 1 times, here also 3 1 times. So my answer is 1. So if I multiply a rational number and its multiplicative inverse, I will get 1, which is a multiplicative identity. Okay. So what is the meaning? If I am multiplying a rational number and its multiplicative inverse, I will get a multiplicative identity. Likewise, previously I told you, when I am adding a number and its additive inverse, I will get additive identity. Okay. While I am adding a number and its additive inverse, I will get an additive identity. Here, multiplication, no. So, if I multiply a rational number and its multiplicative inverse, I will get a multiplicative identity. Okay. So, if they ask you to write a multiplicative inverse or a reciprocal, just write upside down and write the answer. That's all. Negative, if it is numerator, it will become a denominator. That's all. No other confusions. Okay, it is a very simple concept, children. Hope you all understood. Next is your page. You can take page number 12, children. In that, we are going to see another one property. Distributivity of multiplication over addition and subtraction for rational numbers. This distributivity means what? Distributive property. That's all. Okay. In distributive property, usually how many integers, how many whole numbers you will take? 3. Okay. So here also I am going to take 3 rational numbers A, B, C. Okay. I am going to take 3 rational numbers and I am going to do the distributive property of multiplication under addition and under subtraction. Both I am going to teach you. Okay. So here multiplication under addition. First I am going to teach multiplication under addition. Just a formula we are going to recall. Then one problem related to that we can discuss. Okay. So here multiplication under addition. So here A into B plus C. Okay. Multiplication under addition. So A into B plus B is equal to A into B plus A into C. Okay. So A into B plus A into C. This understood what is the property? Multiplication under addition for rational numbers. Here we are going to take 3 rational numbers. Next, multiplication under subtraction. Okay, we are going to teach under subtraction. Now, A into B minus C equal to, because multiplication under subtraction, A into B minus C is equal to A into B minus A into C. Understood this? You should keep it in your mind like a formula, because many problems you have learnt using this distributive property. Here also you are going to do the distributive property using rational numbers. Okay? We are going to do a new example. Okay, in your book they have given us something different example that you can refer. See, this I am giving another example which is very simple. That in this we have all the denominators same. For easy calculation I have done. In your book they have given different denominators. That is the only difference. Okay. So here I have taken 3 rational numbers. This is A, this is B and this is C. Okay. Now I am going to do the distributivity of multiplication under addition. Okay, under addition alone I will teach you. Subtraction is based upon that only. No, only addition is enough. Okay, now what is the formula? A into B plus C equal to A into B plus A into C. Right? Now, shall we take this alone and do the calculation first? Yeah. A into B plus C. What is the A value? 3 by 2. Into, what is the B value? Minus 1 by 2. Plus, what is the C value? Minus 5 by 2. Understood how I have written? A value is 3 by 2. Into, what is the B value? Minus 1 by 2. Plus, this plus is written here. C value is minus 5 by 2. Now, as per BODMAS rule, what you will do? You will do the sums which is inside the bracket. So, 3 by 2 into minus 1 by 2 plus into minus 5 by 2. Okay, plus into minus 5 by 2. Now, 3 by 2 into here both are same denominator. So, can we do the operations in the numerator? So, minus 1 minus 5 divided by 2. Is it correct? Minus 1 minus 5 divided by 2, because denominator is same. Here addition subtraction is going on, not multiplication. Okay. Next, 3 by 2 into minus 1 minus 5 minus 6 by 2. Okay. Next, now it is a multiplication between two rational numbers. So can we cancel it? It will be very easy, no? 3 1 times, here 3 times. Okay? 2 3s are 6. Now 3 3s are 9 divided by 2 1s are 2. Now plus into minus minus. So answer is minus 9 by 2. Listen, here minus 1 by 2 plus into minus minus 5 by 2. Now minus 1 minus 5 divided by 2 because it is addition subtraction. So minus 1 minus 5 minus 6 by 2. Now this is 2 1 times, this is 3 times. Now 3 3s are 9 plus into minus minus. 1 into 2, 2. So this is my answer. Just you keep it in your mind. Understood? See, I have got this answer as minus 9 by 2. So now left hand side is over. Next what you will do? You will do the right hand side. Correct? So now what is A into B? 3 by 2 into minus 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2 into minus 5 by 2. Is it correct? A into B. So A is 3 by 2, B is minus 1 by 2 plus A is 3 by 2 into C is minus 5 by 2. Is it okay? Now here by BODMAS rule we have to do inside the bracket. Now 3 into 1 3 plus into minus minus. Okay? Divided by 2 2s are 4. This is multiplication, children. That's why I am multiplying the denominator also. Fractions you will do the same thing you have to do here. Plus 5 into 3 15 plus into minus minus divided by 2 into 2 4. Okay. Now this is addition. So you should check whether denominators are same. Here also 4, here also 4. Both are same. Now minus 3 by 4 plus into minus minus 15 by 4. Both the denominators are same, right? So you have to write only as ones 4 minus 3 minus 15. Okay. Next minus 3 minus 15 minus 18 by 4. Can we cancel this in 2 table? Yes. This is 9 times. This is 2 times. So my answer is minus 9 by 2. So this answer and this answer are same, right? So we have proved the multiplication under addition. Understood? See here, it is a multiplication, children. That is why I am multiplying numerator into numerator and writing. Denominator into denominator and I am writing. Next, 3 into minus 5 minus 15. 2 into 2, 4. Then here addition is taking place. So we have to check whether our denominators are same. So I am making the denominator as such and I am adding only the numerators. And I am getting minus 9 by 2. Both the answers are same. Understood?
Today's session we have discussed what is the role of 0, what is the role of 1 and negative of a number, then reciprocal of a number, then how to do the distributivity property, all and related problems. Hope you all understood, children. Thank you.